Hi. Thank you for being one of my 10,000 subscribers. This is my 10,000 subscriber YouTube video. And as I promised on several other platforms, I'm going to share how I got to 10,000 subscribers in 2 months. And now, in interest of full transparency, I didn't start at zero. I started about 3,500. However, the goal has been to 10K, and I quickly accelerated to 10K from about 3,500 in the past 2 months. And I'm going to share with you the honest to good truth of what I did. And what I did is a lot of people don't share and don't tell you these things at all. I think it's important that you know that what I did to get to 1K, 4,000 watch hours to monetize pretty quickly. I monetized in like, I don't know, like 6 months. That was pretty fast. And what I did to get monetized fast kind of messed me up for the next 3 years. I was getting like 1,000 in a year. So growing super, super slow because of what I did to monetize fast. I hope that's clear. Anyway, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. This is going to be, oh, this other thing too is going to be low graphics, because normally, and you probably know this already if you're a content creator, that in order to get people to stay on your video, the first 20 seconds have to be like the value, the meat and potatoes. No fluff, no intros and things like that for the most part. And you have to do what's called pattern interrupts. So you may see people use B-roll. You'll see text on screen. You'll see graphics. You'll see pivots and shifting. The reason why you do that is because the average audience members, there's a lot of competition for their attention. And so you need to like be doing a lot of things to keep them engaged. I'm not doing that in this video because I just wanted this to be really done quickly. This is my second attempt, actually third attempt. The first video I did was like 20 minutes long. The second one, I decided I just wanted to do it over. So this is like my third attempt because I don't want it to be long. And so I'm not doing all those graphics. However, if you're interested in seeing behind my YouTube studio and seeing the graphics and all the bells and whistles that I normally do in the video, comment dashboard. If I get 10 people to say dashboard and they want to see behind the scenes, I'll do a part 2, and then this would be the part 1. But if I don't get 10 people to comment dashboard, this is all you're going to get. All right. So if you're interested in that, all right, when I first started my YouTube channel in 2007, believe it or not, back then, YouTube was the only platform that was giving you free storage to store all your videos. I just use it as a depository for like my kids' recitals, for just videos I taken on vacation, things like that. No pattern, no rhyme, no reason. I wasn't interested in being a creator. During the global event that happened back in 2020, and I don't want to say the word because I don't want this impact that. A lot of us turned to passion projects. Some people started being content creators. Some people started photography. Some people started knitting or different hobbies because we were all inside. So I, along with a lot of people, became what's called quarantine creators, where I and my sister, Hawa, decided to just start a YouTube channel. And I got my monetized really quickly in 6 months because what I learned and stumbled into is there are communities in places like Discord, Telegram, maybe Reddit, Facebook, WhatsApp groups where fellow content creators, we watch each other's content, we comment on each other's videos, we like and subscribe to each other's content because we're all trying to grow together, but we're all trying to accelerate our growth. Now, the problem with that strategy, and if you are someone working to get your 4,000 watch hours and 1K subs doing that method, the problem with that is the minute that you meet the threshold, they meet the threshold, and everyone goes on their separate ways, that's the end of it for you. So you didn't have to work that hard. All that time you took to accelerate your growth, that 6 months it took me to grow super fast, I should have been using that time to learn how to do better thumbnails, to learn how to create better hooks, to learn how to have more engaging content, to learn how to do more graphics, or just to learn to be a better storyteller, a better creator. But instead, I took the shortcut and just accelerated my growth. And then when you're done, all the people who subscribe to you are, for the most part, are just fellow content creators. And they may or may not be interested in your content. Back then, I did Pinterest growth strategies, and so they weren't interested in it. So the YouTube algorithm, and there's various different ones, I'll talk about that in a second, first sends your content. When you create a new video, it sends it to all the people who've chosen to subscribe to you or hit the notification bell subscription. If they're not interested in your content and they're not watching it, they're swiping away, that signals to the algorithms this isn't a good quality channel. So we're not going to send it to people who aren't following her, and that's what you need. So that was a challenge I had. I hadn't developed myself as a better creator. My video content was okay. I was doing an area, which is Pinterest growth, which wasn't as popular and people were necessarily searching for it. And that stopped my growth. And so I grew super, super slow because of that. So that's why you have to be mindful of sub for sub. Sub for sub will kill your channel because you don't have true, authentic. The number one way to grow on YouTube is to have a community of people who like your content, who come back, who care about you, who care about your content. So if you don't have that, it's a huge challenge because then you're relying on search. And here's a problem with search. So search traffic is kind of like SEO. You probably heard the word SEO, search engine optimization. And YouTube is a search engine. So people can come to your channel because they're looking for something and your video solves that problem. So my concentration was Pinterest. So I have a lot of videos on like how to find your Pinterest boards and how to make idea pin. But I was one of few creators with Pinterest accounts, which is great. The problem with how-to content is the minute they learn how to do it, you teach them how to do it. They're good. They're like, all right, thanks. Now I know where my boards are. Now I know how to create an idea pin. Now I know how to create an ad. I'm good. Thanks a lot. But they're not necessarily interested in you. They just want your information you have and they're gone. So I have videos that do really, really well, have lots of views, but that's not helping me grow a community. That's not helping me grow subs. That's not going to help me grow my channel. And so that was a challenge. And I pivoted to YouTube growth and YouTube education because during that tumultuous time, my sister and I formed this community called Rising YouTuber Club. We grew it to 10K. Some of us actual members and community members that we all were growing together and learning. It's different from the sub for sub group. This was just like organically just learning, just talking to each other, just meeting. We had different fellow YouTubers host different rooms, and some creators who we were part of that community now have multiple millions of followers and hundreds and thousands of followers, not just from us, but some people did say what they taught and learned from us because we used to audit channels, help them grow as their channels. So I decided to do YouTube education, YouTube growth, because I had success in that. However, we're having 2,500, 3,500 subs myself. It was hard for people to take me seriously. Even though, like Coach K coached several Duke championship, NCAA championship teams, and he never played basketball. Like coaches for football teams who never played football in their lives, but yet they were able to coach teams to NFL Super Bowls. You don't necessarily have to have success in order to be a good coach, but people don't care about that. And the YouTube people like, who are you? You're no one. So that was a challenge, having a niche. What happened for me with that slow growth, not having necessarily a compelling niche, having people just come to my channel because it was a lot of how-to content. My how-to content does great, but it wasn't great for me growing subscribers. Actually, three things pivoted me over. The first was the pivot. My sister, who is a content creator, is an influencer, and so she gets deals and she gets brand opportunities. And because I'm an attorney, I help her with her terms and her deals. And she said, you know what? You should do this as a niche because there's not a lot of creators, not a lot of places that's helping content creators who are just starting or doing it on a part-time basis, and they can't afford yet to have an attorney. There are not a lot of channels giving them advice. So I say, hey, that's great. I'll do that. So while they aren't necessarily searching for it, there's not necessarily a high search volume niche area. It is a value added area. And people who watch my videos, because I'm teaching them something, watch it all the way through. And the benefit of that is that YouTube sees that. And I use vidIQ. I'm going to put a link down to it. And vidIQ has different metrics. And one of the metrics, it shows your retention, and it shows it in terms of your channel across the way. So my channel across the way had super great retention because I was teaching people stuff about their FTC disclosure requirements, about laws impacting the creator economy, brand deal terms. And so folks did not know that. And so my watch time in terms of for long videos was really, really good. So that signals to the algorithms, oh, this is a good quality channel. Let's find other people. So the YouTube algorithms that does browse and for you, and that is like when you finish watching a piece of content, when you shut down your YouTube and you open up that app again, the algorithms remember what you watched before. That's why the for you and the browse, as your browsing new feed comes up, it shows you stuff that you like. So YouTube says she has a quality channel. We're going to find fellow content creators that are interested in this stuff, and we're going to put her videos in front of them. And yeah, so I was doing pretty well in browse. The first thing is to make a pivot and create some sort of value added content where there's not a lot of competition in my niche space, bringing value so that I got good watch time, and that signals to the algorithms. And so there is the watch for you algorithms, the browse algorithm. Then when you're looking at a video, you look at the side, there's like those videos that appear. That's an algorithm, put videos there. The end screen has its own algorithms. There's about 2,000 algorithms on YouTube and all social media platforms. There's not like one algorithm, and their mathematical formula, if this, then that. So anyway, so that was the first step, pivoting. Second thing I think that helped me was, fortunately, YouTube has these new tools, these new features. So if you are a YouTube content creator from a while ago, you may not even pay attention to us, but those of us who are always trying to grow, we're paying attention to the new features that might help us. YouTube's create a lot of features that help us grow subs. One of the features they did was decided shorts, because on the shorts feed, when they put the big subscriber button. It used to be red and it was gray, but it's there. So they give people the opportunity after they watch your content to be like, oh, that was great, that was satisfying. The call to action is there. It's the big subscribe button. If they didn't have that subscribe button, people may not subscribe. They might just keep scrolling. The fact that subscribe is there, you're like, oh, okay, I like this. Let me subscribe. So I think the YouTube, in addition to me pivoting, the YouTube feature of that subscribe button and the YouTube buttons and stuff like that helped me grow. And there's another feature that YouTube recently added on, which I love, called related to. Clip from a long video. And the clip from a long video, I could turn it into a shorts. So that gives people enough information, enough insight. And they're like, oh, wow, this is pretty great. And I can say related to, and they can click that related to video and watch my longer video, which is great for using the shorts feed, which brings a lot of content, and getting people to go from my shorts video to my long video.
Let me show it to you in action right now. Hit the remix button and edit into a short. You have the option to make it either 15 seconds or 60 seconds, and then you can adjust the slider here to expand. Select which segment of the long video you want to convert into a short. A new feature is the ability to select from a variety of layouts so it looks more visually appealing on the shorts feed. Here's a variety of options. I'm going to go ahead for this video and just do it half up, half down. You can add a title, which will draw people in as they're scrolling on shorts to make it enticing for them to click. So here I'm going to say, let's break down a typical brand agreement. You can adjust the duration so the title only plays in the first few milliseconds of the shorts, like so. Give it a snazzy title and then scroll down here to related video. Then you'll be able to scroll through all past videos in your YouTube channel and select which video to make it related to. You can either relate it to the long form video, which you extracted it from, or a poor performing video. So if the shorts does well, the shorts would drive traffic to that poor performing long form video. And vice versa, you can use a well-performing long-form video to relate to a poor-performing shorts video, and the algorithms connect the two and drive audiences back and forth. So you can literally breathe life into a poor-performing video on the backs of a wonderfully performing video.
So having that related to video is great, but it also helps with getting subscribers, because people say, oh, there's a longer version of this. It's not just this short piece of content. This person is creating this type of content that I'm interested in. Let me subscribe. So all of those, I think, gives people incentive to want to subscribe to my video. So I think YouTube features like related to having a subscription button on there and other things that they just added on to the shorts feed just make it so that I was able to grow some subscribers. So the pivot, the YouTube features, and the last one is the thing that a lot of people don't tell you: YouTube advertising. Like, I advertise using AdSense, which is clunky. I don't understand it. It's really complicated for me. My brain doesn't work that way, and it had varying levels of success. YouTube advertising now is new, where it's like they just say, what's your budget, how much you want to go, we'll go find audiences. So what YouTube is doing for me in terms of finding people who are more likely to resonate my audience, they were doing it slowly. Once we enter this commerce relationship where I'm paying them like $20 to go push it, you're our customer. Like, we have to serve you. So we'll go ahead and get on that. So they were pushing my videos to a lot of people, and the people who are more likely to stop and listen and watch it. And so I can see when I put my ad in, it sells impressions. If you looked at my videos before, I said there's like 5 different levels of engagement. The first one is impressions, when they just, content just passes through. That's an impression. A view is when you pause a little bit and watch it, even for like a second, 2 seconds, 6 seconds, it counts as a view. The third level is when you like, oh, this is great, and you like it. The fourth level to me is when you like, this is so good, I'm going to go ahead and comment. That's like a really great engagement. And the fifth, and the cream of the crop, the chef's kiss of engagement, is share. Because when someone chooses to share your video to their universe, someplace else, they're bringing more people from other places onto your channel, onto your video content. So that's the best level. So all YouTube advertising does is just gives impressions. They just put your video in front of more people than it normally would get on like browse naturally, organically through the For You, the browse, the how to, the different other surfaces that it would normally go through the YouTube algorithms. The YouTube search is more accelerated. They're their own team. They're like, let's give her bang for her buck. So let's put her videos on a lot of places. So you still have to create good content. You still have to good thumbnails, because again, the impression is just going across. They're just putting across more screens. You have to create the the thumbnail to get people to actually pay attention and stop and watch it. And then when they stop and watch it, you have to be saying something to get them to like it and say, oh, okay, yeah, let me subscribe to this channel. So you still have to do the work, but all the advertising does is help you along the way, help you more than you would just organically. And that is what a lot of people don't tell you. That's what people do. And I know there are people that are doing this who grow really super fast, who were really, really super slow at first. And you're just like, wow, all of a sudden you're doing the same kind of content, but you're really, really fast growing now. You're doing ads, which I'm not judging because I do the ads, but I'm just like, it's no one's business. I'm only sharing this because my audience is you content creators. And if you're a subscriber to this channel, thank you for subscribing. If you're not, welcome. I'd like to invite you. If you're interested in the laws related to the creator economy, I help people learn brand deal terms, management deal terms, FTC disclosures. I have like a part one of several videos. I have like part twos to do that I'm just like so behind. But if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff, that's what I do here on this channel. I like to invite you to subscribe, tell your fellow content creators and influencers, because there's not a lot of channels, again, like I said, that are doing that sort of content. Anyway, so that's the story. It's about 15 minutes long. It's going on the 20 minutes. I did this over because I didn't want it to be 20 minutes. Now it's 15 minutes. I guess it's still not as long as 20 minutes. All right, I'm done. Yeah, so if there is a part two, it's going to be here. Otherwise, I'm going to just put a playlist of some sort of content creator sort of playlist that I've done on this channel already here for you to watch. But anyway, thank you so much. Welcome. That's my story. I'm excited. Thanks. Welcome. If you would like to join, well, there's plenty of room for you. Come on in. For others, watch this video here or watch this playlist. And yeah, let's keep the party going. And stay tuned for part two, possibly comment dashboard if you want to see the back end of everything I said today. If not, it's okay. It won't hurt my feelings.